do my laundry, I swear. All right, I love you, Mom. I love you too. Bye-bye. Maya? Okay, come right in.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, thank you for applying to Hoya Consultants, right? All right, Maya, so just to start the interview beforehand, I just have to read a statement from our club, so, okay, here it is. At Hoya Consultants, we care about being a space where Hoyas of all backgrounds and lifestyles can work together to create an equitable consulting environment and work towards a more just future. As such, we like to begin our interviews by giving interviewees the opportunity to explain certain intricacies and subtleties and nuances that do or do not exist on their resumes.
Okay, that sounds reassuring.
Before your interview, some of my colleagues and I had the opportunity to look over your resume, and we noticed that you didn't have any consulting experience before Georgetown. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, before Georgetown?
Yes, as in high school.
I'm sorry, let me just get this straight. You're asking me to explain my lack of consulting experience in high school?
Oh, it's not like explain yourself. You know, you didn't like commit a crime or anything.
Okay.
You know, like some people just come from certain backgrounds where consulting in high school before college isn't particularly feasible.
Feasible?
Exactly. Like if your high school didn't have any consulting related extracurriculars, for example.
Yeah, my high school didn't have anything like that, like at all.
Okay, that explains it then. That's totally okay. So don't stress about it at all, okay?
Wait, so some high schools actually have consulting clubs?
You know, honestly, it depends on the school.
Okay.
But you know what? That's totally fine if that you're a novice at this consulting stuff. Here at Hoya Consultants, we like to ensure that our partners come from a vast array of diverse experiences, something that includes differing hometowns and maybe even educational backgrounds.
So my lack of high school consulting experience is okay because it's diverse?
Well, it's not like you'd be fulfilling a quota or anything here, right? I think you'd bring a lot to this organization.
That's good to hear.
Okay, so next, on to some general housekeeping questions. Would you be willing to dedicate at least 15 hours a week to this club without pay?
Of course.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have any natural leadership skills and aren't afraid to be a trailblazer?
Yeah, I consider those some of my strengths.
Okay, awesome. Okay, before we move on with the interview, I just want to highlight some of the equity and inclusion related projects that Hoya Consultants has worked on over the past few years. So first, our primary focus is working with corporations on the creation of outward facing media and marketing materials. So let's see, here's a list. We've worked with Raytheon to showcase their equitable hiring practices and their diversity of defense contracting campaign. We've also helped Goldman Sachs with their trickle-down diversity campaign. And this one's a bit meta, but we've just started a project with Deloitte to showcase the potential of a more diverse future of consulting and a series of marketing materials we're calling the Consulting Rainbow. Isn't that pretty clever? What's really central at what we do here at Hoya Consultants is we figure out how to use consulting for good, highlighting and showcasing our differences as what truly brings positive change to the world, right? So whether we're working with, defense contractors, investment banks, or any other corporations central to the global economy, we make sure to put equity first.
Yeah, that's actually really reassuring. That's like one of the main reasons why I applied to work at Hoya Consultants.
Well, that's great to hear then. I was looking at your resume and I saw that you specifically mentioned an interest in environmental justice. Is that right?
Yeah, that's really important to me.
Oh, well, you'll love this then. Our Senior Vice President of Professional Development, Jenny Shao, just launched a new program where we're working with BP to raise public awareness about some newly opened sanctuary for threatened and endangered seabirds on the Gulf Coast of Louisiana.
BP, as in?
British Petroleum. Throughout the past decade, they've been really active in environmental conservation, and we've been there to help them publicize these really crucial efforts.
The past decade, so like since the Deepwater Horizon oil spill.
Yeah, it really opened the eyes of the executives to the importance of environmental conservation in particular.
So Hoya Consultants, just clarifying, is helping with these conservation efforts?
In a sense, I mean, we're more focused on the publicity end, right? Really getting out the message and spreading public awareness of these conservation campaigns.
Okay, that's neat. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
So you guys are working with some pretty big companies. How are you able to get their attention?
Yeah, our partnerships are something we're really proud of, and it's something that sets us apart from the 11 other consulting clubs on campus. At Hoya Consultants, we work to prioritize our individual relationships with those at our partner organizations like Goldman Sachs or British Petroleum.
So it's like a networking thing, like connections?
Tomato, but yeah, basically some of our members come into the club with existing relationships, whether it be from before or other organizations here on campus. Like, for example, my high school roommate, his dad is an executive at JP Morgan, and I've actually been talking to him about creating a future partnership with Hoya Consultants.
Honestly, I'm still kind of shocked that you guys form these connections as undergraduates.
Of course. One of the things that make these corporations feel that they're not just wasting their time is that all of this work that we do is pro bono. So while we may not be professional consultants, we're not costing the company anything that we're consulting with, right? So it's a win-win. They give us an opportunity to build relationships and experience and add it to our resumes. And we're also able to assist them in their professional development.
Wow, like to be honest, as an IPOL major, this was always kind of what I was hoping to do with my career. Do employers particularly care about something like this on a resume?
Oh, absolutely, of course, of course. While Hoya Consultants members primarily join the club to enhance their skills and pursue their interests, the resume padding doesn't hurt. But of course, it isn't the only reason why people apply, just to make that crystal clear.
Of course.
Of course. I almost forgot to mention, there's this new venture that Hoya Consultants is launching this upcoming year.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's actually a new initiative called Coffee with a Hill Turn. So basically it's divided into 3 work streams. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So the first work stream is to try to get a member of our club approach a hill turn at Capitol Hill, try to buy them coffee. The second work stream is we discuss our future ventures with them. And the third work stream, and this is the most important one, is we try to get the hill turn to share that information with their boss.
So it's lobbying?
In, I guess, like a roundabout way, yeah. I mean, the main goal with Coffee with the Hill Turn is to get the Hill Turn to share information, like information such as, like, remember that British Petroleum Migratory Bird Sanctuary, whatever you want to call it, with their congresspeople, right? To change the perception of our client companies like British Petroleum on Capitol Hill.
Wow.
Again, we really prioritize making a change, right? And it's stuff like this, right, here in DC that we can really change the world. Out of curiosity, do you work on the Hill?
Yep.
Well, look at that. Look at this professional development queen over here.
Yeah. I mean, I really do care about making a change, and let's be honest, I'm not naive to the fact that real change comes from places like Deloitte. And I'm really passionate about making these waves for social change, and I know that I do have to be realistic about where this change is going to come from.
Now, exactly. That's why consulting is so amazing. I wish more people would realize that. And we could tell that you are really enthusiastic about consulting just from your resume, even though you didn't do it in high school, right? So it's really important that you're really committed to making a change. We want that here at Hoya Consultants.
Yeah, well, once again, thank you for taking the time to chat with me today.
Maya, of course, it was my pleasure, and we'll be in touch within the next week with what the next steps look like. It's all routine, all right? So hope you have a good rest of your day at Georgetown, all right?
Sounds good. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Maya.
Thank
Take
you.
care.